So he went to Guruvayoor and started praying to
Prayed.
Krishna for 10 months, and then Krishna came in his dream, and he saw that little boy Krishna
So
coming, and
he went to Guruvayoor and started praying to
praying.
Krishna for.
Okay, so echo is coming. All right. So then Krishna touched the body of Janmejaya from head to toe, and in the dream he saw that his whole body became cured, right?
And then when he woke up, it was perfect.
Yeah. So then he went back and then he built a big temple, but the temple or the deity existed even before that. And then we discussed about the different pastimes of the Lord with his devotees, how Shankaracharya wrote the Govinda Ashtakam, and then how the Manjula banyan tree came to be known. We discussed that. Then we discussed about the Chembei Bhagavatar, who was a great singer who lost his voice, and then Guru Ayyappan gave him back. Krishna gave him back his
Oh
voice.
yeah, and then
Then
that horned coconut.
yeah, then we learned about the horned coconut and how these coconuts are even available today. If you go to the temple, they have kept it for proof of how Krishna reciprocates with his devotee. Anybody remembers this story? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji,
Anybody?
me.
Okay. If you want to summarize really quick.
But yes, Prabhuji, so there was a devotee of Lord Krishna. I forgot the name of him. So he was going. So there was some thieves. There was some thieves. They said that give these coconuts to us, and so he said that the devotee said that no, this I will not give to you. I have to offer it to Krishna. So the yeah, Prabhuji. So then and then the thieves said that are these coconut having that horns
Oh,
on
yeah.
their head? So then these coconuts start having horns on their head. So
Yes,
when you eat the
yes, yes. The thief said, "Yo, oh, these are Guru Ayyappan's or Krishna's coconuts. Are they special? Do they have horns on their heads?" And then when they opened the sack, they found horns on the heads of the coconut. So yeah, and then do you know this story about the little boy who took a banana and who stole the banana but gave half to Krishna, and then when the shopkeeper punished him to walk around the temple, there was little Krishna also walking behind the boy, because
so there was a boy walking behind
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, yes. Then we learned about the little boy Nenmini Unni who was giving a bhog to the Lord, and he was crying because the Lord didn't come. But the when Krishna saw the little boy crying, Krishna came and ate all the rice. And then his father was
Oh, can I see
thinking,
the one with the girl? So
yeah,
there was a girl who always came in every day to give Krishna a garland, but then next one day she came late and the temple was closed, so she started crying very hard, and then one of the temple one of the one Brahmana. So I think he came and told her that if you put this garland on this banyan tree, Krishna will accept it. And then I think
yeah. Next day, one of the garlands was not coming out of the deity. And then Pundanam, who was the one who instructed the girl to do that, said, "Oh Lord, if this garland is meant for Manjula, let it fall." So then it came off. So then everybody understood that Lord accepted Manjula's garland that she hung on that banyan tree, because she was late and it was closed, but then the Lord accepts a pure devotee. Yes. Okay, then we discussed about few other wonderful devotees. There was Melpattur Bhattatiri, who was a great scholar, and we discussed about Pundanam, who is a great devotee of the Lord. Um, then how the Lord humbled Melpattur when he was making fun of Pundanam. Hey, you don't know Sanskrit as well. Then the Lord said, what Pundanam says is also right. Even though Pundanam, instead of saying Amara Prabhu, said Mara Prabhu, and the Lord said Mara Prabhu is also correct. And there's a deity next to the Guruvayoor temple for this pastime. And then there are a few other devotees, Kuru Rama and Bilva Mangala Thakur. So there are wonderful stories about all of them. I just want to say one other story. So this is one of the kings was very much into looking at the horoscope. So horoscope as in what is the forecast for my life, he kept checking. So one day the astrologer came and checked his horoscope and said, oh, you're going to die of a snake bite soon. And the king didn't know what to do. So then the astrologer said, the only there's nothing you can do. Why don't you just pray to Krishna? So he went to Guruvayoor temple and started praying. And then the time and day of the snake bite passed, and he came back safe. And he came back and said, he called the astrologer and said, what a silly prediction you had. That you told me I'll die on such and such day at such and such time, and I didn't die. So your prediction was wrong. And then the astrologer said, Maharaj, can you show me your foot? And when Maharaj showed his foot, there were 2 snake bites there. But then because he was praying to Krishna at Guruvayoor temple, that snake bite didn't do anything to Maharaj. So then the Maharaj was so happy.
Wait.
Because Krishna was protecting his devotee, and even though the snake bit, the poison didn't affect.
Notice?
No, he didn't notice at the time of the bite or the mark. The astrologer showed him that actually the horoscope was right, but because he took shelter of the Lord, he was protected. So then the king really built some part of the temple that was broken down and all that. So his faith increased with this pastime. There is another pastime of this great devotee of Krishna in Guruvayoor. His name is Pundanam. We already discussed a few pastimes about him. But this pastime also shows that Lord Shiva, Mother Parvati are also great devotees of Krishna. So there is a temple called Kottiyur, very close to Guruvayoor, and that is a temple for Lord Shiva and Parvati. So it opens only for a few days in a year, and during the time of Pundanam is a great or narrator of the Bhagavatam. So the Bhagavata Purana that has wonderful pastimes of Krishna, from the 10th canto he used to recite, and everybody used to listen so carefully, and they're full of bhakti, and Pundanam used to do a very wonderful job doing that. And so Pundanam was invited to this temple, to the Shiva temple, to read the Bhagavatam. So the first day he went there, he opened his Bhagavatam, and the chapter was Krishna teasing Queen Rukmini. Now if you remember from our Krishna book sessions, you know there was one of the chapters where we read how Krishna was teasing Rukmini, saying, oh Rukmini, you are so beautiful, why did you marry a cowherd boy like me? You should have married that Shishupal. And he was teasing Rukmini like that, and Rukmini ji couldn't even bear separation from Krishna, and she fainted, she fell unconscious. and that pastime of the Lord was where the bookmark was. So Pundanam read the Sanskrit, and then he was explaining and giving a wonderful narration of that. And he finished his lecture on the first day. The next day he came. The bookmark was supposed to be in the next chapter, but it was back on this chapter. So he again read the verse, and he explained again about the same narration. But of course, when a devotee says any number of times you hear the same one, it's always like new and fresh. So then everybody heard that same thing. The next day he came again. The bookmark was on Krishna teasing Rukmini, and he read it, and he explained. So then the Saptaham finished, the 7 day festival finished, and from Kotiur temple, this Pundanam was walking back home. And then he suddenly realized, oh, I forgot my Bhagavatam in the temple. Now, by the time he came back, everybody had left and the temple was closed. But as he came to the door, he heard somebody talking inside. And then it was actually Mother Parvati was talking to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was explaining the same chapter to Mother Parvati. And then Lord Shiva asked Mother Parvati, how do you like my explanation of this chapter? So Mother Parvati said, it's very good, but I like Pundanam's explanation better. And then Lord Shiva said, yes, I like Krishna's devotee Pundanam's narration even better. That's why I was the one who was moving the bookmarks back to the same chapter over and over again so that I could hear the Lord's pastime. So, so that's the story of Pundanam, and he heard this, and he was like, "Oh Krishna!" He was yelling when he heard Lord Shiva and Parvati talk about him and Krishna, and then they disappeared. And then he went in and took the Bhagavatam, and he was like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He was chanting all the way, and very happy to have seen Lord Shiva and Parvati. Okay, there's one more pastime we didn't discuss last class. So this class is only about the pastimes we couldn't cover, right? So there was this great devotee of the Lord, not a person, but a animal.
An elephant.
Yeah, it is elephant. Anybody knows another elephant that is a great devotee of the Lord who's mentioned in the Bhagavatam?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's that. Is Giriraj? No.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Giriraj is Govardhan. Giriraj is the king of the mountains. Yeah, very close. His name is
Gajraj.
Yeah, Gaj, and then it's part of the. Yes, sorry.
Gajraj.
Yeah, Gajraj you can say, but he's usually known as who is the king of the demigods?
Wait. Brahma? No. Indra?
Yeah, now put those two together.
Gajendra.
Yeah, very good. You got it. So
Gajendra.
yeah, so
Know the story about Gajendra.
yes, very good. How the crocodile bites the Gajendras.
Crocodile.
Yes, very good.
When the crocodile bite his feet, and then he took a flower and gave offer to Lord Krishna.
Yes. Most of you must have seen that picture, right? Gajendra's leg being bitten by a crocodile, and Gajendra lifting up his trunk and giving a lotus to worship the Lord. So
Even though he's been hurting very.
yeah, initially he was like he was very proud king of the elephants, and this is not in the material world; it is in the heavenly planets. So this picture, everybody probably, yeah,
Yeah, I've seen.
Yes. So see the crocodile. So this is, and Gajendra is worshipping the Lord for thousands of years. This happened, and then the Lord came to secure his devotee or help
But
him
then why didn't he come before?
because he wasn't a pure devotee. Krishna was waiting for his purification. So so similarly, all of us have to purify ourselves. Then Krishna will come and take us. So here, let's go back here. So similar to Gajendra, a similar story is there in Guruvayoor also. This elephant's name is Keshavan, and in Malayalam everything is added like a N is added. Keshavan, Keshava we say Keshavan, Madhava, Lord Madhav they say Madhavan. So, so this it's like Lord Keshava. His name was Keshavan, and he's also called Guruvayoor Keshavan, and he is a great devotee. He's an elephant devotee. He was given to the Guruvayoor temple by a king, and he was raised just as per the temple. They raised many elephants to serve the Lord. There is many processes or things they do in the temple where when Krishna wants to go around the temple, his deity form that's is bought, and they keep the deity form on, not the four-handed deity where everybody sees. That temple would be closed, and a smaller deity will be a metal deity of Lord Krishna will be bought and taken on the elephant. Even today, that is there. If you go to Guruvayoor temple, you can see the elephant service that happens.
So
So
what happened?
so Keshavan was a great devotee of the Lord, in the sense that he wouldn't let any other elephants carry Krishna. He would always come forward and say, I want to, and he would always bend down and worship the Lord whenever the Lord's deity is brought. So it was very clear that this is not an ordinary elephant. He is a special devotee elephant, and you see he is a very perfect form. Both his tusks are like the same size, the beautiful it's not like one is not there. He's like the perfect form of an elephant. So and then he served in the temple for 50 years for the service, taking Krishna around the temple for that service called Shiveli. So then at he came to the temple on an Ekadashi day, and then one day when he was very old in 1976, he when he was getting ready to do that again, his body started trembling, and then it was a Guruvayur Ekadashi day, another Ekadashi day, and then he had to be taken to the he was taken all the ornaments and the decorations off, and then he was taken to a big ground where he could lie down and cure. But then his body started trembling, and but even though he is in big great pain, he lifted up his trunk, and he was as if he was praying to the Lord when he left the body in the direction of the temple. So he is known to be a wonderful devotee of the Lord. So every Guruvayur Ekadashi there is a ceremony to remember this great devotee of Guruvayurappan also, Keshavan.
But
And
then why didn't the Lord go?
no, he was old. He 1912 to 90. He served for 50 years, and the Lord doesn't want people to be in the earth where there's a lot of suffering. He just wants them back. So
Was
okay.
it in 1978?
No, in 1976, he left his body, and everybody came to see his. It was like a great saint leaving his body. Everybody came. Most people came to see at that time the Keshavan's Bapu, or the body, and he was cremated. And then his tusks, once before cremation, they took the tusks, and it is kept on the temple. Even if you go today, where you enter the temple, the tusks of Keshavan are kept to remember Keshavan's wonderful service. and then there's a big statue of Keshavan also put next to the temple. Okay. So we are almost at time, and we had to cover this story. I think we mentioned the story how the deity of the Lord in Guruvayoor temple is a four-handed form, and it is the same form that Mother Devaki and Vasudev saw when Krishna was born. Krishna, this rightmost picture, right? So that's what they saw. What Krishna revealed, that he is not an ordinary child. He is the Supreme Lord himself with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma form. He showed that same form is the deity. So we learned about that. And
We discussed it last class.
yes. So, but this story, where Guruvayur temple is, that is this is the same place that the Prachetas are the sons of a king called Prachini Barhi. And Prachini Barhi told Prachetas, you should get married and have a lot of kids because the earth needs people. But they said, first we want to worship the Lord. So they went, and it was this same place that they meditated for 10,000 years. And it is this same place, before they meditated, Lord Shiva told them about Krishna and who is the Supreme Lord. So that's why this lake is still there in the temple. It's called Rudra Tirtha. Rudra Tirtha, okay? And Rudra Tirtha, because Lord Shiva and Parvati were there, and Lord Shiva and Parvati were the ones who told the Prachetas to do the penance at the same place for 10,000 years. And then later, when the deity was bought by Brahaspati and Vayu, you remember, Lord Shiva was sitting here. He said, this is the most auspicious place for the temple. And Lord Shiva and went to a place very close by, to another. There's a temple for that called Mammiyur. Okay, Mammiyur. So they went there, and then they wanted this auspicious place. They were waiting for Brahaspati to bring the deity of Krishna and establish in this temple. Okay. All right. So with that, we'll go to the Kahoot.
Is there
Any
anything
yeah? Any questions?
Papa, मोबाइल ले लो.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for thank you बोला.
Okay. I don't know. Can you go look for it? Take my phone for. I think it's downstairs. Oh, somehow I got logged out. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. So today, since we were just completing the Guruvayoor story, there are only 6 questions. Okay. Okay, everybody ready?
What was the next question today?
Prabhuji?
Yes. The pin is 9456788.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you please repeat the pin again?
It's 9456788.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sure, definitely. So there are a lot of stories of Krishna. Even today, the Pujari Jis for the deity, they have a lot of stories. Whenever they decorate Krishna with chandan, sometimes when Krishna doesn't like what they're doing, the chandan keeps falling off. So when one of the priests were making Krishna as if he's playing the flute in the threefold bend form, the leg part was falling off. So he then made it like he put the chandan a little bit here and there, and then it looked like Krishna is on over a snake. So anybody knows that pastime? Krishna playing the flute on the head of a snake. What's that snake's name? Starts with K.
Kalia.
Yeah, Kalia. So Krishna decides what he wants to look like on that day when the pujariji is putting the chandanam um, on the deity. So, and then some of the pujaris, I was hearing a few interviews of the pujaris. They were saying that they're putting the little cloth on Krishna, right? As if he like, because he's a little boy and he's wearing a little wraparound cloth, and whenever they're putting the little cloth, it is falling down. And then the tantri was saying, did you give prasada bhog to Krishna? And he said, oh no, not yet. Oh, see, that's why Krishna's tummy is not full, so the cloth is falling over and over again. Oh.
Wait, what?
So there are a lot of pastimes for devotees who goes to Guruvayoor that they can you can also feel when you go there. It's a very, very powerful temple. Okay.
9 participants and 10 participants in Kahoot.
Okay, let's start then. Only 6 questions today, okay? So
Okay, Prabhuji.
we'll finish quickly. Okay, first question.
More.
Who is the form of Guruvayoor deity compared to? Lord Varaha, Lord revealed who he is to Vasudeva and Devaki at time of Krishna's appearance, Vishnu on Ananta Shesha, Lord Narasimha. Okay. It's a four-handed form, so that's the picture we just saw, right? When Krishna was born, he showed he's not an ordinary child. He showed his roop, four-handed form, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. So, who were the sons of Prachini Barhi? Pandavas, Kauravas, Prachetas, all of the above.
Oh, wait.
Yes, Prachetas. Yeah, don't go to all of the above just because.
All of the above.
Okay.
Krishna?
Okay. Where did the Prachetas undergo penance for 10,000 years? Radha Kunj, Shyam Kunj, Mansi Ganga, Rudra Tirtha. Yes. It's called Rudra Tirtha because Lord Shiva told them to worship Lord Krishna. Okay. Currently is in first place. Very good. Okay, half questions are over. Okay, what's the name of the temple for Lord Shiva and Parvati who moved from Guruvayoor temple location? Kailash, Kashi, Suchindram, Mamiyur. Yes, it's Mamiyur. Okay. Who kept changing the bookmark on Pundanam's Bhagavatam at Kottayur temple? Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, Goddess Parvati, Goddess Rukmini. Yeah, Lord Shiva. He liked hearing the narration of that pastime of teasing Rukmini by Krishna.
Prabhuji, by mistake, I am being removed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Thairaji.
Prabhuji, should I join again?
Okay, why don't you join again for one question? 9456788.
I'm in
Okay.
school.
Are you? Can we go to the last question?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, sure. Okay, what was the name of the great elephant devotee of Guruvayurappan Krishna? Govindan, Keshavan, Raman, Markandeyan. Yes, Keshavan. Guruvayur Keshavan. He's very famous devotee of.
Prabhuji, due to network issue, it was reconnecting and I was unable to give the answer of this question also.
Oh, that's okay. You heard the answer. It's all not about
Yes,
getting
Prabhuji.
it right. It's about learning together. So all of you are winners. Third place goes to Tarunji. Second place goes to Ayana, and first place goes to Krishna. Hari bol. Ki Krishna. Ki equals Krishna. Then Santoshi. Then Rini. Okay. Congratulations to everyone. Have a wonderful week, and we'll meet again next week with discussing about another wonderful holy dham. We probably will do Padmanabha Swami Temple.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hi,
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Oh,
Prabhuji.
Nitin was Ki equals Krishna.
Yeah, yeah. Nitinji is first place today. Congratulations, Nitinji. Very good. Okay, have a wonderful week. Stay Krishna conscious. Think about Krishna. Sing his name. Chant if you can. Hari bol. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुपश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Bye,
नमः
Prabhuji.
हरि बोल बाय बाय